right. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to all apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect, just pushing this truth across the four winds. To you, I want to say shalom. All right, I just want to go into a quick article right quick from Bitcoin.com. And it says, governments see CBDCs, which are central bank digital currencies, making their countries more economically and financially efficient. Venom Foundation CEO. All right, now it's spiritual that they would name it Venom Foundation, man, because like when you go into the manner of a snake, when it bites you, man, it releases venom out of its fangs. And so, you know, I'm gonna just get into the article real quick. It says, according to Christopher Lewis Sue, the CEO of Venom Foundation, governments that are seeking to introduce central bank digital currencies, which are CBDCs, are not being driven by the fear that privately issued digital currencies may soon become the preferred method for cross-border and micropayments. All right. So basically, it's all getting ready to go into that C-hip, man, that microchip, where they're going to implant that chip under your skin, that C-hip, that subdermal implant, which means under the skin. All right. You can't have one without the other, man. So these payments that they are talking about, these micro payments, they're going to have to go on the micro C-hip, man. You can't have one without the other. It's all going to tie into it with each other. So that's why I say it's spiritual that they're using a serpent, because a serpent has fangs, especially a poisonous state. It releases venom. And basically that venom is going to be that C-hip that's coming out of that instrument that they use to implant, man. All right. So that micro C-hip going to be a form of venom to you, man, if you get it. Because guess what? You're ultimately going to die, man. The Most High is going to kill you, man. All right. In thermonuclear destruction. All right. It says some countries view CBDCs as a technology, and that's what we moving towards, man, a technocracy era, where everything is about to go digital. It says technology that could make their countries more economically and financially efficient, and this ultimately improves their competitiveness. It says regulated digital assets, a requirement for mass adoption. While stablecoins issued by private entities such as Tether are increasingly seen as the go-to digital currencies. and the scriptures tell you buy, sell, or trade without it. You won't be able to buy, sell, or trade without this C-hip, man. So these CBDCs, they got to go on the C-hip. All right. And the scriptures speak that man that received that mark is going to get tossed into the lake of fire, which is thermonuclear destruction. And I'm going to get it out the scriptures. All right, I'm going to read it again. It says, while stable coins issued by private entities such as Tether are increasingly seen as the go-to digital currencies when the moving funds across borders, Sue told Bitcoin.com, news that CBDCs may turn out to be a better option, right, because they are underpinned by regulation. Yeah, they are underpinned by regulation because they want total control of your assets, man. They want total control of how you get paid and how you access your funding. It says, according to the CEO of Venom Foundation, a platform that aims to create a bridge between traditional finance and the Web3 world, such as an attribute, can be a key requirement for mass adoption and harmonization of markets and economies. Yeah. It says, when asked about claims that CBDCs could be used by governments, to exercise greater control over people's financial lives, Sue insisted that the issue is not necessarily about the technology, but those in control of it. To support his argument, Sue pointed to PayPal, a privately owned entity that recently announced the launch of its own stablecoin. the PYUSD. I don't know what that stands for, but anyway, it says the CEO said PayPal can unilaterally freeze or pause the transfer of PYSUD. I'm just say PYSUD if this is in line with its fiduciary and legal responsibilities. He suggested that the same argument can also be applied to central banks when it comes to their ability to censor CBDC transactions. Meanwhile, in other answers to questions sent to him via Telegram, Su also offered his thoughts on how governments can use CBDCs to lower the cost of sending remittances. He further offered his views on what he sees as challenges that could hinder the adoption of CBDCs. Below are all of the Venom Foundation CEOs' written answers to questions sent. All right. It's a Bitcoin.com news. Why do governments and central banks around the world feel the need to introduce CBDCs? Because it's the mark, man. All right. Because ultimately, because they ain't going to answer the question the right way. You know, us over here at Great Millstone, starting with our apostles on down to his younger brothers, we gonna answer you spiritually through the scriptures, man. You know, if you can receive it. But if you can't receive it, that's the Most High blocking you from receive it. Because maybe ultimately he wants you to receive it so you can be destroyed. You know, the Heavenly Father through his only begotten Son has a remnant that he's going to come back and save from receiving this mark, man. The elect of the nation of Yasharallah are not going to receive this mark, man, that this man is coming with. Say, why do governments and central banks around the world feel the need to introduce CBDCs? Is it driven by the fear of crypto becoming the go-to mode of cross-border payments and micro payments? All right. And I'm not going to get all this, man. You know, I'll probably, Lord willing, I'll leave a link in the description. And whoever want to go back and read this article, they can go back and read it. So now, I'm going to just get into the scriptures, man. All right, this is Revelation, the 13th chapter. It says, and he calls it all. Who calls it all? The upper echelon, man, the elites that run this society. You know, the DuPonts, the Ducatis, the Bilderbergers, the Rothschilds, all those guys, man, the small hatters. You know, the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. You know, they are the wicked by bloodline. And the rest of you Edomites too, man. You so-called white people. Verse 16, it says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor. So it don't matter really what status you are. Because the super high elite, they ain't going to receive this mark. It's just, you know, bringing it down upon the people to have more control. It says he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save that he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. And the number of the beast is 666, which goes into Shasta stigma. All right. It says, understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, which is 666. Because one score is 20. When you got 3 scores, that's 60. All right, so we just going to get right into that mark right quick. Going to get it out the interlinear concordance. I'm going to go into that word mark. G5480. It says Karagma.
Strong's G5480. Charagma.
Charagma. The Karagma, man. All right. We're going to get the outline of biblical uses. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Mashiachim. It says the mark branded upon horses, but this the one we want right here. Number 2, it says thing carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. a thing carved, man. So when they stick that syringe in your skin, it's gonna make a carved mark. It carves inside of your skin. And then that's when they shoot the C-hip in your hand. All right. This thing is playing upon the tables of those that have the eyes to see and the ears to hear. All right. So yeah, man. That's basically it right there. And I'm gonna leave a thumbnail. It's gonna be an image. It's gonna have the image of the serpent for Venom Foundation, and right next to it, I'm gonna leave another image that has that that medical instrument that's gonna push that C-hip right inside of your hand, man. All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. And don't receive that C-hip, man, because the judgment for receiving the C-hip is thermonuclear destruction, which is the lake of fire. All right? Shalom.